Memorial events are taking place in order to honor the lives lost on April 16, 2007. Find out how Virginia Tech is paying tribute to these 32 Hokies.
And new plans have been released regarding graduation, this time including the class of 2020 and celebrations.
All of this and more on this episode of Tech Tonight. Thank you for joining us on Tech Tonight. I'm Alea Burrell.
And I'm Juan Zapata. After considering feedback from the undergraduate class of 2020, Virginia Tech will host a commencement ceremony to celebrate the achievements of students who missed out on such an important milestone. The ceremony will take place May 12th at 1 p.m. in Lane Stadium, and 2020 graduate students will be able to attend one of the two graduate school ceremonies. The class of 2020 will be able to register the week of April 19th via email and will have a limit of 4 guests each. All ceremonies will include social distancing and mask mandates. Updates about these events will be emailed and posted to Virginia Tech's commencement website as soon as possible. With the increasing demands for COVID-19 vaccines, the New River Valley has had a difficult time managing their supplies. Tech Tonight anchor Alice Buckley has more.
Virginia Tech has been struggling to vaccinate all their students because the New River Health District is not receiving enough doses of the COVID-19 vaccine to meet the demands of the New River Valley. Since college students have played a key role in the rapid spread of the virus, the goal was to get Virginia Tech students vaccinated as soon as possible, especially with graduation ceremonies just a month away. However, the director of the New River Health District says it would take a vaccine supply multiple times that of their normal weekly supply to vaccinate all the college students in the New River Valley. The district's recent priority has been vaccinating people in the 1C group, which happens to include employees of higher education establishments. Groups 1A through 1C make up the 35,000 people in the New River Valley that have been fully vaccinated, yet that 35,000 is only half of the district's population. While it seems that the district has a long way to go in terms of getting everyone protected, the number of COVID-19 cases in the area is consistently declining. There have been some new features implemented into campus quarantine locations. Tech Tonight reporter Shanna McCool has more on how these features have been helping students in isolation.
Virginia Tech has set up new features in the campus quarantine dorms to improve the current conditions. Some new features include door-to-door deliveries, outdoor time, and daily check-ins. These elements will allow students to have more flexibility while they isolate in these halls. The outdoor courtyard is a new feature that allows students to get outside safely in isolation. The students must sign up ahead of time and be granted permission to leave their dorms at these times. Permission is granted for specific time slots based on each student's medical status. The outdoor area has Wi-Fi, benches, tables, and a heater for when it gets cold outside.
So basically, we just try to make sure that everything is as spread out as possible. And then for checkout, usually by this time we confirm that the person's either no longer positive or definitely no longer contagious. And they can usually leave anytime just before 11 whenever housekeeping will go in and clean and sanitize all the rooms and make sure everything's ready for it to be re-prepped for a new person.
The residence halls each have a welcome desk where the staff receives deliveries, communicates with students, and oversees the outdoor courtyard. Individuals at the welcome desk do everything they can to support and assist students as they isolate.
As you can see, Virginia Tech is doing everything possible to ensure that these students still have a good experience despite being isolated from the campus. Reporting from New Hall West, Shanna McCool for Tech Tonight.
Thank you, Shanna. Virginia Tech's biennial Black Alumni Reunion will be held April 12th through the 18th this year, after being canceled last year due to the COVID-19 pandemic. For the first time ever, it will be held online to comply with public health guidelines. During this week, alumni come together to celebrate milestones and connect with one another, and this year's theme is Reflecting, Reconnecting, Rising. Events included a gathering of women and men lunches, influential Black Alumni Award ceremony, and the 3.2 virtual run in remembrance. Alumni are also encouraged to share their photos of past Black Alumni Reunion celebrations and milestones to possibly be shared after the reunion online. Registration is free for students and $25 for alumni. $5 of the proceeds will also go towards the Inclusive VT Excellence Scholarship Fund, and participants will receive a t-shirt, glassware, and a tote bag.
The April 16th memorial events intended to honor and remember the 32 Hokie lives lost in 2007 will still take place this year. Due to Virginia Tech's promise to limit the spread of COVID-19 and to protect surrounding communities, the 2021 remembrance events will be altered to comply with social distancing requirements. The ceremonial candle will still burn for 24 hours on April 16th, but there will be no public ceremony or any form of gatherings as per tradition. Also, the 3.2-mile run in remembrance will be held virtually from April 16th through the 18th to ensure adherence to state and local health guidelines. Hokies can still complete the 3.2 miles and post a picture online using VT32 Run. Starting April 12th, there will be a digital exhibit featuring messages of hope and love sent to the university while healing with the aftermath of April 16th. You can check this display out at Newman Library near the second floor entrance through April 23rd during the library's open hours.
Earth Day is on Thursday, April 22nd, and despite being a pandemic, Virginia Tech will still be celebrating with in-person and virtual events all week long. Virginia Tech's annual Earth Week events will be led by the Environmental Coalition at Virginia Tech, with the support of other groups such as the Virginia Tech Office of Sustainability, the Virginia Tech Environmental Student Organization, and Food Justice at Virginia Tech. Each day of Earth Week is themed around a sustainability topic, such as clean energy, community, social justice, local food, and waste and recycling. While the events change each year, the overall mission is to take action and celebrate a sustainable campus. Next week events include Youth Climate Organizing Panel, Green Engineering Panel, Yoga in the Garden, Water Monitoring Demonstration, and more. The Virginia Tech Relay for Life Club recently hosted events to celebrate cancer survivors. Tech Tonight reporter Abby Coleman has more on the story.
Every April, students and alumni at Virginia Tech gear up for Relay for Life. Relay for Life raises money for the American Cancer Society to go towards finding a cure. This year on April 10th, a remembrance display was held in Squires Student Center for students to honor loved ones who had fought cancer. A drive-by was held in Oak Lane to honor both survivors and caregivers. A walking track was set up on the drill field, but participants could also participate in a virtual 5K. This year's event raised over $300,000. Junior Garrett Bell was ready to participate this year after COVID-19 canceled last year's events.
Well, I got involved with it because I had been involved with it freshman year. Didn't have the opportunity to do it last year, but I was excited to serve in some capacity this spring.
For junior Jack Buchanan, Relay for Life's cause hits close to home.
A year and a half ago, my mom was diagnosed with stage 1 breast cancer, so definitely has more of a closer place to my heart. So she's cancer free now, which is great. But yeah, that's why I'm here.
After not being able to hold any in-person events for 2020, this year's in-person Relay for Life means even more to its participants. For Tech Tonight, I'm Abby Coleman.
Thank you, Abby. 3 technology companies between Roanoke and Blacksburg have merged to form Verge, a group that will serve as the forefront of innovation in the New River Valley area. Leaders of Verge say the goal is to strengthen connections and upcoming opportunities for the area's technologists and entrepreneurs. Leaders also say Verge will focus on innovating the technology and life sciences industries in the Geo Virginia Region 2 area, which covers the New River Valley, the Allegheny Highlands, and Lynchburg. The companies who came together to create Verge will continue some operations individually, but Verge will serve as a synergistic alliance. With more combined power to plan and implement new programs, Verge hopes to support the people and organizations who are shaping their region's economic future.
It looks like summer is just around the corner. Meteorologist Lizzie Mahan has more on what to expect from this week's weather.
Thank you, Juan, and thank you for tuning into the weather forecast. I'm meteorologist Lizzie Mahan reporting your weekly weather for the Blacksburg and New River Valley areas. We start off our week with a little bit of rain. The high on Monday is 61 degrees with the low at 40 degrees. Going into Tuesday and Wednesday, we are going to see some sunshine. The high on Tuesday is 64 degrees and the low is 40. The high on Wednesday is 61 degrees and the low is 34. On Thursday, expect to see some clouds. The high on Thursday is 63 degrees and the low is 43. However, we end our week with sunshine. The high on Friday is 64 degrees and the low is 45. However, as you know, weather can be pretty unpredictable, so be sure to always keep an umbrella with you and be prepared for any unexpected weather changes. Back to you guys in the studio.
Thank you, Lizzie. Well, that wraps up our final episode of Tech Tonight for the semester. Thank you all for tuning into our show this year.
You can stay connected with us and other Virginia Tech television shows by following VTTV33 on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook.
Thank you again, and we'll see you next semester on Tech Tonight.